when I look at for instance, the reality of what the Americans are proposing, I am not that disheartened. Everybody knows there's a minerals deal on the table today, right? And I think it has every prospect of being signed. And frankly, I think it should be signed because it commits the United States in black and white to a free, sovereign and secure Ukraine, and it commits the United States to future financing for Ukraine. That is not to be sneezed at. And yes, to get back to Winston Churchill, John, he paid a terrible price. The UK paid a terrible price for Lend-Lease in 1941. There's no doubt that this deal is good for the United States, but we gave up a lot of bases for a load of old rust buckets from the US. We stopped paying Lend-Lease, folks, in 2006 when we signed the last check. What Trump is trying to do is get the Europeans to step up. And we've got to be honest with ourselves, we haven't done enough. When did you really hear European countries advocate NATO membership for Ukraine over the last 2 years? When did you hear a powerful, passionate campaign for that? When did you hear everybody talks about the 300 billion, but when did you hear that from European countries? Huh? It's not coming from the governments. It's coming from places like this. So what we need now is everybody to be serious and to get real and to listen to what Trump is actually saying and doing and proposing. And that means we have to come up with he said he doesn't mind UK troops on the ground in Ukraine. That's great. Well, then we need to make that real. And together with the French and other countries, we need to do just that. And we need to show how we're going to provide Ukraine with the support that they need. And, I remain absolutely defiantly optimistic about the chances of this country. The US is committed, black and white, to a free, secure, sovereign Ukraine. You can't have a sovereign country without the ability to decide which clubs you're going to belong to. Sovereign country can remain committed to joining NATO. That's sovereignty. Sovereign country can remain free to allow whatever troops it wants to come on its soil to support it. That's sovereignty. Now, Putin could never accept that. The US has already committed to that. I think Putin is ultimately going to fail and Ukraine is going to succeed. And I remain completely optimistic about the potential of this country. Slava Ukraini.